Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Aesthetics. Welcome back to Swole Patrol. This is Artemis Dolgan. Thank you so much for subscribing or not subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for leaving all your bullshit and not bullshit comments. I appreciate all your attention. I appreciate all your activity on my Instagram. Thank you for support. Thank you for all your emails, DMs. I'm sorry guys if I couldn't reply to you. I'm very busy. I'm having a ton of inquiries and I try to keep up with everyone. At least if I don't reply, I try to read. And thank you again for sending all this positivity towards me. It helps me and pushes me forward to work harder, to make these videos, to make really awesome products for you guys. I want to discuss overtraining today. Hey, by the way, I'm actually in Palm Springs again. This is not some fucking green light. This is an actual scene. There are cars driving right there. I'm inside of the road, just pulled over, and making this video and sharing with you my opinion and my views on overtraining, because a lot of people accusing my approach to the gym and my approach to the workouts as something that's going to overtrain people because I'm using steroids or I'm on, whatever, and it's not going to work for them. Again, I trained most of my life naturally, and I trained with volume and with intensity. When I was natural, when I turned pro naturally, I trained with a lot of volume, and I always had that approach. I always enjoyed it. I do believe though overtraining exists, and bodybuilding is not an endurance sport. It's not like MMA or boxing where people have to spend hours and hours on beating on their craft and practicing the kicks or the blows and dips. So I feel bodybuilding is a very different and unique sport, and you have to be approached also with a lot of intelligence. So overtraining does exist, and the way to say that you're overtrained is to if you're not getting a pump in the muscle you're training. So if you overtrain that muscle gets fatigued very quickly, doesn't get the pump that we usually get under normal circumstances. So you have to take a rest and review your training, review your nutrition, see what supplementation you're using, because all those aspects are very important in building your physique and building a perfect training split. So again, you have to try things and you have to see what works for you. For me, I found that being in the gym for an hour and a half is optimal. It's probably the perfect time. A lot of guys are like Dorian Yates says about 45 minutes. For me, it didn't work. I enjoy better, longer workouts, and I feel like they produce better results for me. But again, you can try that and see if it works for you. I feel like 45 minutes is not really enough, because if you're trying to build a physique and compete, then you have to spend time on posing, you have to spend time on warming up, stretching, because those things are important in sculpting a very artistic body, artistic physique, classic physique. So I feel like 45 minutes is not enough for me. An hour and a half to 2 hours is something that really works, and I feel like it's going to work for a lot of people. Again, you have to play with intensity, you have to play with how heavy you go on the weights all the time to find that perfect formula, and just ride the formula until it works, and then look for something else. Being natural and not natural and overtraining, I do feel that, of course, drugs, they do help recover faster and build muscle tissue faster, but overtraining cannot be looked as an excuse, because a lot of guys try to train less and take more drugs, feeling that that's going to get them the physique they want, where a lot of people stop doing cardio because they think it's going to overtrain them, so they're going to take fat burners and other, like, clenbuterol or T3, so it's going to help them burn fat. But again, nothing beats hard work, nothing beats that cardio, because cardio, that's what's really going to give you that crisp shape. Because if you look at the bodybuilders of today, you can tell that those guys are they're undertrained, because their muscles they're full, but their looks not shredded. If you look at the guys like Frank Zane from back in the day, or Franco Colombo, they were much harder. If you look at their abs, they were much more defined. They were much crisper back in the day than the guys are today, because their stomach really bloated, very soft. It's because of substances, and again, because of cardio, because the guys are not doing enough cardio. They're not doing enough endurance training and enough conditioning. That's why they're literally big. But size is not the key in bodybuilding. This is what gives you a perfect body. It's not the size, it's symmetry, it's proportions, it's aesthetics. So I feel like overtraining is an excuse in a lot of cases, because people are just not willing to push them and give them 100% in order to succeed. Because if you think about this, you come to the gym and you stress the body in a way it's not used to. So if you're doing it all the time the same way and not challenging yourselves, you're gonna get to the plateau and you're gonna stay there. So in order to break through the plateau, you gotta train harder, you gotta improvise with things, you gotta give it 100%. And again, be very, very intelligent, listen to your body, keep your nutrition, your supplementation on point. And bodybuilding is just really consuming sport. You really stay with yourself 24 hours a day. You just look at the mirror, you fucking always thinking about what you need to eat, what you need to drink. So you really have to connect to your body and understand and go with the instincts, because your body would tell you where you're overtraining, where you have to take more rest, when you're ready to get harder and heavier on yourself. But again, you cannot let it trick you, because sometimes they tell you, hey, I'm tired, but it won't be, it's really fatigue. It's just you're because being lazy. So don't be lazy, go to the gym, work out hard, pay attention to your nutrition. I hope this video is helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. This is Artemis Dolgan. You can leave questions below and I will try to review the comments that are positive or questions that make sense. I'm going to respond them. Thank you guys again for your support. This is Artemis Dolgan.